this is nice and straight again now. Right here.
Okay.
Now we'll work on this. Like this here, this was bumped out. But now it's nice and...
So is it better or worse than you were expecting?
No, it's fine. Listen, it's gonna be good.
No big deal? No big deal. You're not scared? You're not worried?
We're gonna make it nice.
You the man.
We're gonna make it nice.
Even tell. Are you happy, buddy?
I'm happy. You happy?
Oh, look, see, you can't even tell. It's perfect. It's actually nicer than the rest of the truck now.
It is. It's not there anymore.
Nope. She's perfect. You the man. Oh, yeah. And we also fixed a little boo-boo on the back because someone may or may not have just lightly tapped the chain link fence. But that's okay. We're all fixed up and better now. What is going on today, guys? Welcome back to another video. It has been a crazy past couple days. Not the usual scenery. We are actually kind of back home. We're at my parents' place in New Jersey, kind of traveling around, getting a lot of things done. We're just gonna jump right into it. This is a little bit of a kind of just an update video. Lots of stuff happening, and it's been a couple days, and we're just getting a lot of stuff done. It has been a hot last couple days, but we have been at Mark's helping out with a project for Mark kind of in the background. And also, you guys pointed out in the last video there, you got nothing slips past you guys. I was trying to hide some damage before we could get up here to Mark's and get it fixed. That's one of the big reasons why we are up here. I could not stand myself sleep or look at my dually, because when we were at Rocky Top, what had happened, and take notes, guys, because this will happen 10 out of 10 times to you. You know, we parked the trailer, and it did not happen towing the trailer. What had happened was, got to the event fine, parked the trailer. You guys know we try to park like catty corner. If you ever come to the events, you kind of see like we kind of like park catty corner. The dually gets kind of like tucked underneath the trailer, kind of sideways. And Allie was going inside to do something. Reagan was being crazy wild child, and she's like, hey, do you want help backing up? You know, because some of it, like I said, goes underneath of the trailer. I looked at her, I was like, does it look like I need help? Like, really? Like, I can back the trailer, I can back the truck up underneath the trailer. Like, I can see the mirrors are out, like everything's fine. Well, wouldn't you know that when we did that, it literally kissed right here. Now, as you can see, me and Mark, well, I shouldn't say me and Mark, Mark already fixed this thing. 1 day shot, done, deal, buffed, blended. It wasn't that bad. What we ended up having to do, and don't mind the dually, we got a lot of parts that we need to actually unbox, which is going to be the second part of this video, but we took this panel out right inside here. There are some access holes. We were able to basically kind of knock that out a little bit, and then Mark did his thing and fixed this thing just absolutely beautiful. Blended the paint, blended the clear. Mark is fairly confident that he can put up his paint blend game up against the best. And we stared at this thing for probably a good 40-50 minutes, and you cannot really tell. Granted, it was a very, very dumb mistake, so make sure you guys get a spotter, get help. Don't be too full of yourself to say you don't need some help, but that was a big reason why we're up here. So we knocked that out. We also brought up the drop panels for the Peterbilt, which we are going to be painting, and also I'll put up some pictures so this kind of makes sense. There's a spot that is actually like needs to be filled in, a void on the truck that actually will make it look a heck of a lot better. So those are those kind of like riser pieces that you see off of the sleeper bunk panels. But we're getting that done all at the same time. And yeah, this thing is completely filthy, trash, dirty, but we did make a pit stop up at Battleship 67, Brian and Dan's, and we picked up some parts there for Allie's truck. And then we also, yesterday, a guy that we just met, his name's Sal, he was over in New York, really close to Mark's shop in Linden, and he gave us so much stuff. So I kind of want to go through that stuff with you guys a little bit. You'll see it maybe in a little bit upcoming video, but we pretty much have a lot of parts and pieces now to completely Laramie swap Allie's truck, which was not really my intention. But first off, he gave us a South Bend dual disc. That doesn't actually look too bad of in shape, but we can actually send that back to South Bend to have them rebuild that, possibly into the Super Street dual disc, like the higher rated one. I forget, it's like the Hot Street dual disc that's rated for like 700-800 horse, because the 08 clutch is not gonna last where it's at, especially once it gets up and running. But we have got paint matched front and rear bumpers, already PXR. They may need some touch-ups here or there. And then we also have a set of factory OE Laramie flares, kind of like what you see right here on the front and the rear. And then what we have in here, besides a huge mess and a whole bunch of nonsense, let's, right here, look at what our man Sal gave us. Make sure you guys go give him a follow on Instagram. OEM projector headlights. So now Allie's truck is just going to be so pimp. Like, we did not have any plans. We were actually taking a look at the Morimoto headlights as well, which is what he had on his truck. But man, kind of just like, this is kind of very similar to Andy's truck. This will really give it a super good look without doing a heck of a whole lot. Now, the factory projectors do kind of suck, but he also gave us some gauge pods. The other headlight is inside there. And then this, my friends, Dan, while we were at Dan's, Dan buffed us up. Let me pull this thing out. You guys want to see all this stuff, I know. Allie's truck is quickly going to make a really nice transformation. All right, let me pull this out. But anyway, the other thing that I wanted to show you guys that day, or Sal gave us, which I don't think we'll really need. One of you guys definitely needs this. So let me know, hit me up, send me a DM or email. He at one point had 456 gears in his truck. So this is for all of you guys who have 342s in your 4th gen that are running 35s, 37s and want to re-gear your truck. This is pretty much everything to re-gear your truck front and back. Everything is here. He only put a couple miles on it until he decided to go back down to 342s for a different reason. So he ended up taking these 456s out and putting 342s back in, but this stuff is all still good. He didn't really want to have it. He kind of gave it to me, said, do whatever you want, sell it. So if you guys need 456 gears, get at me, and we'll have to split some money with Sal, because he hooked us up, and hooked us up big time. Big time. Everyone is super pumped for Allie's build, which makes me super excited. Allie is really excited. She's not here right now, otherwise I'd get her in the video too. Let me pull this grill out and show you guys some of this other stuff real quick here. Keep in mind what we're most likely going to plan to do, and talking with Mark while we're kind of doing the rest of everything that we have planned for this little short week. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put all of this painted stuff on here now, even if it does have, nothing has any dings or dents, but it does have some imperfections, some scratches here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put that stuff on Allie's truck. That way, when we come back up in a little bit, he's probably gonna keep the Laramie flares, get those done ahead of time, and then once we drive up, we'll go ahead and pull everything off again. We'll get new badges, we'll do a transformation all at one time, but we'll go ahead and ditch all of the Line-X stuff and get the paint match stuff on there now. That will make the thing look insanely good right off the bat. And then if stuff needs touched up, blended, or completely repainted, we'll take it off when we come back up here. That way we're not carting a bed load of parts and then swapping them. So that's the plan. So again, you will see some boo-boos, some scratches, but the fact that this stuff is already painted or paintable will make repainting it that much better. So this grill is actually in fairly good shape. It's got a little boo-boo right here, a little boo-boo right there, but other than that, Dan did spend a decent amount of time, which is gonna be terribly hard on camera to see, but we got this thing all paint corrected. This thing is going to look perfect. When this is on the truck, you really almost can't even see that stuff right there. So we got a PXR already paint matched grill that's gonna go on there. I think we're going to change the inserts anyway, so I'm not really too concerned with those. Again, we got both factory projector headlights that we probably will send off and get built, kind of just like we have on this one, or for the meantime we'll run these projectors and then maybe switch to some Morimotos. The Morimotos look really, really good. They almost remind me of 5th gen headlights. My man Sal, if you guys don't have one of these, you guys really, like, these little foam inserts go in the door panels up in the front, but just extra cup holders. He has, like, heck yeah, I want one of those. That's actually one of the nicest things I have on the 4th gen. But I'm kind of rambling, talking a little fast. I apologize. I'm kind of just amped up right now. And then here is the PXR rear bumper with parking sensors already in it, which Allie's truck does have parking sensors. And again, this is already PXR. Mark's gonna kind of wet sand and buff that stuff out, and then that will be good to go and put on. That's actually in pretty good shape. Now, here's where the front bumper gets a little tricky, a little iffy. So the front bumper that I have right here actually has parking sensors in the front of it, so all the holes are actually still there. Allie's truck, because it's a tradesman, does not have parking sensors in the front. We do have plans to swap the dash cluster and maybe the dash and or all of the interior eventually. So I'm kind of torn between, do we get a fog light whole bumper, no sensors, and run no sensors, or when we swap all of that, there is something out, I forget what it's called, goodness gracious. It kind of unlocks all of the factory options, and you can change all of that with like some free software. Gosh, I forget what it is. Somebody will comment down below, but there's some software that you can download and unlock all that stuff. So I'm not sure if we can actually turn on front parking sensors if we do switch to a big dash, do switch the dashes, do switch the instrument cluster. So I'm not sure. Comment below if you know if we can or not. I actually like having the front park sensors. They're not necessary. We would need to buy the sensors and buy the harness. So I'm not sure if this front bumper, long story short, I'm not sure if this front bumper will work and or stay on the truck. We might put it on now just because it'll look better than a mixture of black and chrome, but just kind of talking out loud here, kind of going over with things with you guys. So we'll go ahead and try and give this clutch to our man Delton from South Bend, and we'll probably leave these OE flares. The flares are actually just PR8 or something, P8. It's not actual PXR. Otherwise we'd actually just be taking those home and putting those on as well. So we're gonna leave the flares with Mark. He's gonna get those painted ahead of time, swap the color. Again, they already are painted, which makes them extremely nice. But yeah, check box number 1 is fixing the dually with all of the damage that your boy couldn't help. It's not a new truck anymore, guys. It's not a new truck. You know, she's got 30,000 miles on her. Things are gonna happen. You just gotta try and keep them to a minimum, that's for sure. But anyway, more stuff to come later this week. We are gonna see everyone's favorite ding-a-ling, Jesse. And we got some surprises, like I said, later in the week. We're gonna keep plugging away with everything that we gotta get done at Mark's. And you guys will see another video probably coming real soon. But anyway, that's it. I know this was literally just an update with some new parts for Allie's truck. I keep updating Allie. I'm like, found a grill, found front bumpers. Guess what I got? Guess what we're doing? And she's like, first week. You guys know me. So anyway, that is gonna wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. It's gonna be a great week. And then we're actually gonna be bringing Mark's white truck, which you guys know, if you guys following along, Marcus Wood, who actually only lives about, I think he's like 30-40 minutes from my house. We're actually trailering Mark's white truck back down to Kentucky because that is where its new home is. So we also brought the trailer up, and you guys will see that later in the week. So make sure you guys stay tuned, and we're gonna jump right back into it. Boys, the Peterbilt project is getting so close. So close. Anyway, hit the like button before you leave, subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya. I did forget to mention, I believe that these already have HIDs in them. Not sure if we should change those out or not, but we will need the harness that Andy got. The gentleman who sent him his headlights already had the harness to convert a quad beam to these projectors. So drop me a comment below where I need to get that from, because I can't even remember where that came from, but we're gonna need it.